Hi, Earthlings. Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Or good evening, actually, because this video might come out in the nighttime. It depends how long it takes me to edit. For those who don't know, hi, I'm Allie. Normally, I make song covers on my channel, and in those videos, I give advice and try to inspire anyone who comes across these videos to just go after their dreams, even if they have anxiety or have doubts or fears about it. But I recently came across something that I felt like was really important to talk about, and I felt like my opinion on it would be important to the conversation, considering that I am one of those people that could be impacted with this new change. Sorry about my voice, by the way, it's probably so grainy. I woke up pretty early today, earlier than I normally do, so please just bear with me. So I thought about bringing back a series. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I used to do a series on the channel called A Cup of Advice, where I would make coffee and I would share some advice. But I might change it. I'm not too sure. I'm still trying to figure out what works for me and for my channel. And because of YouTube recently just kind of not pushing my normal content out anymore, I might just branch out into new areas that I've dabbled in before. So, yeah, I have my cup of coffee. So, let's sit down and really dive into this. Before anything, one sip. Pretty mid, but still a good wake up. Okay, so 2 days ago, YouTube came out with this blog post, and the title reads New Opportunities to Earn and Changes to the YouTube Partner Program. So essentially, they gave us an update to new changes to the YouTube Partner Program. And for those who aren't really in the YouTube space or don't really know what the YouTube Partner Program is, it's a program where a YouTuber would earn revenue for their content. So basically, how YouTubers get paid. In order to become a YouTube content creator, you need to meet at least two of the three criteria. And originally, you needed 1,000 subscribers and you needed at least one of the two following: 4,000 qualified public watch hours in a span of 365 days or 12 months, or 10 million qualified short views. And in my experience, trying to meet this criteria is kind of difficult. I feel like many content creators could say the same thing I'm about to say, and it's that the first 1,000 subscribers is pretty difficult to achieve. I've been doing YouTube for a little over a year now, and as I'm making this, I have 267 Earthlings, which, wow, thank you all so much for your love and support and being a part of our little worlds. But yeah, even just reaching 200 was pretty difficult because essentially you have to encourage people to subscribe to you because they don't know you, they don't know what you're doing, they don't know why you matter. So you have to essentially pitch yourself at times and try to show people that you are worth the time, which is a lot more difficult than it is made out to be, which is why the new requirements that are going to be starting in February 2027 really scare me. These new requirements are the same, that you need to have 1,000 subscribers, but they doubled the amount of views you need to get. So instead of the 4,000 qualified public watch hours, you would now need to make 8,000 public watch hours in the span of 12 months. And for short views, you would have to make 20 million qualified short views in 90 days. Another new thing that is going to change is how content creators who make shorts will be paid. So once you meet that threshold of the 20 million views, you would then also have to consistently make 10 million views every 90 days in order to be compensated for the content you made in those 90 days. I watched Charlie's video, aka Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero. He has a lot of names. Wow. I recently watched his take on this new change, and you should really check it out. It goes into kind of what I'm about to talk about. Now, I don't work for YouTube. I don't know what they do behind the scenes, but I think the reason why this might have been the case is because of the boom of AI and the insane contamination of AI content on the platform. Sorry if you hear that. There's construction in the background, but I feel like now that AI has become such a big thing on social media. Essentially, what would take a content creator days to edit, create, produce, it would take AI a mere few seconds, maybe even at most minutes. I feel like this change may be YouTube's way of combating that issue because many people have used AI to quickly pump out as many videos as they can to meet this threshold and now are part of the YouTube partner program. And I feel like YouTube is kind of just trying to prevent more AI content on the platform and also trying to limit how many, I guess, inauthentic content creators there are on the platform. And while I could understand their reasoning if that's the case, I just feel like this is actually going to do the opposite effect. Basically, this is going to harm a lot of smaller YouTubers, especially new YouTubers who are just starting to upload on the platform. I feel like now new YouTubers who are already working tireless. How do you say that word? Tirelessly. Yeah. Okay. New YouTubers who already were working so hard to meet this criteria now have to do double the work to even be a part of the YouTubers partner program. And as a small YouTuber, it is just being fully transparent. It is not easy. Again, it is not easy at all, especially since I am pretty much in one specific niche. It is not easy at all to get to these criteria, especially shorts, since primarily my views come from shorts. Not only would I have to work double to get to this 20 million threshold. Now, even when I do meet the threshold, I would be having to continuously make 10 million views to even be paid for my shorts, for my hard work. And that really sucks. And I'm just speaking for myself. I make singing content. I could only imagine now the people who make animation, who make documentary style content, who make commentary videos even. That content in of itself takes a lot of time. I remember I used to do short documentaries in school and that would take me days, if not weeks, to film, to edit, to voiceover, and then to just upload it was a process in of itself. So now these creators who spend so long, so many hours, so many days trying to get these videos out and going will now be having to do that times two. And that, in my opinion, is just not fair. Although, yes, I know there are people on the platform who are kind of abusing AI and overusing AI and kind of just taking the charm away from content creation in general. It just feels like a punishment to everyone else who is being authentic, who is making content, who's making a positive impact on the platform, and who has something to say, who has something to create. I feel like it really is taking away from so many other content creators. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. This is my second point, and this is where I'm kind of gonna wrap up here. I feel like the irony of this is that if their reasoning is to prevent AI, I think it's actually going to have the opposite effect. Now people are going to probably rush and use AI as their last resort to make it to this 8,000 public watch hours or to this 20 million qualified short views. I feel like them trying to prevent more AI content is actually going to increase the amount of AI content. And it's not going to be necessarily because new YouTubers want to use AI, but it's because AI is quick. It will pump out videos faster than they ever could. And we don't have the money to hire an editor or to hire producers. So AI would basically just infect the platform more. And I would not be surprised if that really does happen, unfortunately. Overall, I just think this will cause more harm than good to many people. And it will actually just take away what makes YouTube so special comparatively to other social media platforms. And it's that it's built on community. You are able to build a connection with your audience. Sorry, I was checking my mic. I thought it died. You're able to build a connection with your audience that you really can't build anywhere else. YouTube was made on the foundation of sitting in your bedroom and just talking. It wasn't about, oh, everybody make the same thing so we could get views and get clicks. It was more just real. It was raw. It would be normal people waking up out of bed saying, "Hey, spend the day with me. Let me show you what's going on." And now it just feels like everyone is just copying everyone. And I feel like YouTube just lost its charm in a lot of ways. And now this new update in February 2027, I think is just going to completely destroy the foundation that YouTube was built on. I look, again, I'm not highly versed in this kind of stuff, but I feel like a few solutions that could combat this issue of AI, if that is the reason, again, I don't know, I'm just really assuming, they could ban AI content on the platform. They could limit AI content on the platform. They could have a requirement where you can't upload this many videos at a certain period of time, or you can't upload this much AI content in a certain period of time, you know? That was just off the top of my head. I feel like many of you watching could even come up with so many better solutions to this problem. And I don't want to assume that part of this reason is for money, but it unfortunately wouldn't be a shock. I feel like having to punish everyone for a select few is just really unfair overall. So, all right, now I'm kind of just going on a tangent and repeating the same thing. So, I think I said everything I needed to say. To my viewers still watching, I'm sorry if this is very different from my normal content. If you guys did like it though, please feel free to just let me know down below. If not, this will be first and last. Well, maybe. I don't know. I kind of like sitting down and talking to you guys. And if you're new and you feel like supporting a girl who is just trying to figure out her footing on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe. You are in good hands. Trust me, we are nothing but a positive, kind, heartwarming community who just wants everyone to succeed. So, yeah, feel free. It's completely optional. I still really appreciate if you did make it to the end of this and just heard me yabber on for, I think it's been like 20 minutes. Yeah, I gotta go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you Earthlings in the next video. Bye. Yeah, definitely mid. Definitely mid. I might need to go to a coffee store after this. Okay. Bye.